Tonight's greatness in barbecue entertainment is partnered with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, the Barbecue Store, Chupacabra Throwdown, Team Cosmos Q Products, Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, We Branded Promotion, Texas Oil Done, Team Rectel, Texas Original Charcoal Company, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Pinkerton's Pit Barbecue, Mr. King Sharpening Services, Smoke and Magic, the All Fired Up Cook-Off, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Half-Fast Cooker, and the Chopping Block, Webster and Victoria.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
My friends are alcoholics, and I'm competitive.
Hey, we got no more beer in here. All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Robbie.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that.
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. Ooh. Ah.
Hi, my name's Reagan Brazier of La Pasadena. You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Josh Hill, Sure Shot Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, the Corn Dog King.
What's up, family? This is the Barbecue Dad, Jody Flanagan, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, baby. Lucky you, you old SOB.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1, let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smoking Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guest, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smoking Gooder Show starts now.
Am I on? I don't know if I'm on or not. Some lag. Who's
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you are having some
Sorry,
lag
guys,
right now,
I'm
brother.
having an issue. Okay. Okay, well then you do the show, lead off. I'll be right back. Wait, how about now?
You're good now. You're good now, I think.
No, it's still not.
Yeah, go.
Okay, if I'm good.
All right, maybe not.
I'll keep going. Whenever I'm not good, you look. Okay. All right. Welcome to the issues. My cricket wireless.
All right, we've lost MC Rob for a second. We'll see if we can get him back.
Ty, go ahead and do the just sorry guys, we're gonna do a another countdown. Unless you can hear me. Can you hear me right now?
It's still lagging though.
Maybe not. It is still definitely lagging. I don't understand why, but we are all right. I'm gonna take this off and
all right. While he gets going, I'll just bring on Eddie. We'll talk to Eddie real quick, and then we'll get to Craig Oaks in a few minutes. What's going on, Eddie Morales? Pit Father Barbecue. A little bit of technical difficulties with the live show. It's all good though, right?
Didn't get my proper intro. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. He's probably angry. He just bought the new camera, and now everything's freezing up on him. So
got to go back to the old one.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Fix it if it ain't broken, or whatever they say. So what's up, man?
Yeah.
How's your week going?
It's been going well. Getting back to it. We switched our show to Thursdays now, so we're going to be coming on Thursdays. So Tuesdays, my whole front of the week is free now.
Oh, nice. So it was Tuesdays.
Yeah. Got to get we switched it back to Thursday so we could get back to some of those other organizations. Like I need to get back to VFW. I got a buddy that's a Masons. Got to get back to some of those meetings and stuff like that. So just make it easier for all our schedules. But
heck yeah. Well,
what do you say? Let's bring on Craig Oaks and let him talk about what's going on with his show. All right.
Gonna be
Craig Oaks, what's going on, sir?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good. Apologize, we're having some technical difficulties with Rob right now, but
it's all good.
All right, Craig. So, how you doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, not much. We're actually at a birthday party right now, so I'm actually in my truck on my phone talking to y'all.
Nice little birthday cheer. Can't go wrong on a Wednesday night.
There you go.
All right, so tell us about the cook-off you got going on, sir.
Yeah, we got a double header, but it's all going to be in the same day. So a lot of people are really confused about it, but it's really simple. You're just going to cook CBA and IBCA, 2 different turn-in spots, 2 different locations. It's just all at the same spot. You only got to bring your cook trailer to one spot, and you get to cook 2 cook-offs. We're paying out each IBCA by itself, CBA by itself, and then we're paying out a combined total. So you're going to take your score from IBCA and your score from CBA and add them together. Whoever's got the highest points wins more money.
Yeah, it seems like a cool concept with the IBCA and CBA going on together. I was, I guess, a little bit confused, but we've done one with one on one day and one on the other. So maybe just wax poetic about what are the significance about them running concurrently.
We're trying to do this to get everybody back home. Nobody wants to stay there an extra day anymore. It costs too much money. Another night in a hotel room. Let's just do it all in one day, and let's see who the best of the best is. We're not here to see who can finish 10th. We're here to see who can win.
Yeah, no doubt. Are you there, Rob? Are you in good time?
I think so. You tell me.
Yeah, I think you're good now, brother.
Good.
All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I had a little technical difficulties. My Cricket wireless internet was not working for me. But we're all good right now. Thank you, Ty, for stepping in. Welcome to the show, Craig. Pleasure to meet you. I'm excited to hear about your event. I don't know what y'all were talking about just yet, but can we just start over? I know we got a big event coming up in Cuero, Texas. That'll start, what is it, June the 19th? Is that what the weekend is?
June 20th and 21st.
20th and 21st. This is a different kind of event because we got 2 sanctioning bodies, IBCA and CBA running simultaneously. I've never done an event like that. Eddie, have you ever done one of these?
I've never done one. Nope.
Are you going to be attending, Eddie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So this is really cool. So, IBCA, their turn-ins are 12, 130, and 3. CBAs are 12, 1, 2, and 3. Craig, are you going to have pork in CBA? Is pork going to be an included event in CBA?
Yes, it's going to be a 4-meat CBA.
Awesome. So 3 meat IBCA, 4 meat CBA. I'm sorry. Let me back up. I'm a little off right now, but please introduce yourself, Craig. I pleasure to meet you. I don't know if Eddie's met you yet, but Craig, who are you? Where are you from, man? And how'd you get involved in this barbecue game, being a promoter, and maybe you're a cook? I'm not 100% sure, but what's going on with Mr. Craig Oaks, please?
So my name's Craig Oaks. I'm from Cuero, Texas. I'm the volunteer fire chief here in Cuero. So Bo Daniels actually got me started in all this, trying to get all this going. So that's what we're doing. We're just trying to keep that on, trying to find a way to raise money for our fire department.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being a firefighter and serving your community. That is awesome. So this is benefiting the Cuero Volunteer Fire Department. I did see that. Maybe if Ty can find that flyer, and Ty, I'll just send it to you real quick so that we can post that. But Craig, why don't you please tell us a little bit about this event? It's benefiting Cuero Volunteer Fire Department, but please start over again. I didn't catch the very beginning of it, but please introduce the event, because we're all excited about this. You got a lot of money on the line. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I'm not much of a cook, but when I do cook, everybody always says that IBCA is better, CBA is better. Everywhere you go, somebody's always got an opinion to say. So the best way to stop that opinion is to put them both at the exact same place at the same time and see who's who. So that's what we're going to do. We're doing it all at once.
I absolutely love that. Yeah. People take pride in the organizations they cook in. That's for darn sure. So it is going to be fun to see who places where and what, but we're really going to be the same cooks going against each other same day. That's going to be really awesome.
Same day. Yeah. Everything's the same time.
So a lot of people are confused on that. A lot of time doubles are Saturday, Sunday. Again, this is simultaneously, so please speak on that and how that's going to work.
Yeah, so it's just 2 events, just held at the same time. So if you've been to Cuero, we're going to turn it at the Rock House just like we've done for years past. We're just going to be left side is going to be IBCA, right side is going to be CBA when you walk in. So you'll be able to turn in both your boxes within 10 foot of each other, but 2 different whole sets of judges, 2 whole different organizations running. They're just running at the exact same time.
That's really cool. I'm excited about that. So the only 2 meat turn-ins are going to be that coincide at the very same time are chicken at 12 o'clock, brisket at 3 o'clock, right?
Right. Yeah. You're going to have chicken at the exact same time and brisket at the exact same time. That's when it's going to get really crazy in there. But outside of that, it should be okay.
Yeah, that's Eddie. What you think about this so far? What we're talking about?
Man, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I wasn't confused about it. I know exactly how it was going to work, so, man, I just don't know if it's going to prove who's the best. You know what I mean? If it's IBC or CBA. But,
probably not.
Man,
we're going to have a good time trying to.
It's going to show who's the best cook. That's for sure.
That's right. So as a cook, Eddie, are you going to do, chicken? We've got 2 chicken halves that definitely have to be turned. Well, 1 chicken half definitely has to be turned in at IBCA.
Yeah.
In CBA, you can turn in pieces, wings, whatever it may be. So a lot of cooks do cook 2 halves if they're doing halves, and that's what they're.
I cook 2 halves, and even when it's a 2-half event like a Lone Star, I'm still only cooking 2. So, yeah, I'm cooking the same chicken, same amount of ribs. I only cook 2 racks, so I'm turning in 1 rack for one rack for the other. I mean,
this is definitely interesting.
When you're Samantha, like Eddie, you can do that though.
Yeah, man, I get lucky sometimes, but on the brisket though, that's the only one I'm kind of, man, should I? What am I going to do there?
I don't know. Are you going to cook 1 or are you going to cook 2?
I don't know. I don't want to cook 2, man. So I might.
You're going to have to call John with a chopping block and get a special brisket.
Yeah, absolutely. When I trim it, I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer. That way, CBA, I'll do, slices and burn ends, and then slices for IBCA. We'll see.
All right, John. You mentioned John. I'm sorry, Craig. So let's talk about this is a big. All right, so the really cool thing about it is we don't get many of these simultaneous 2 sanctioning body events. In fact, is this the first one? This could be the first one, I believe. Maybe there's been
to
one.
my knowledge, it's the first double state championship.
Double state championship taking place
Joffrey.
at the very same time on the same deal. There we go, right there. Look at producer Ty in the house with the magic right
Coming in
there.
clutch.
Yeah. So June 20th, 21st, 10K combined payout. Can you speak on that?
That money's way up now. So total money we're paying out is like $78,000 now. Total.
Damn.
$78,000 on the weekend for that one Saturday. It's not even it's a full Saturday contest. All right. So I know you put out some bounties or whatever it may be, but can you just speak on do you know right off the top of your head the payouts? So
every year, whoever wins, we put a bounty on them the next year. So Hideaway Ranch had won it forever, so we started that bounty with him. Ira Green knocked him off, so now we got a bounty on Ira Green. So if Ira Green finishes in the top 10, we're gonna give. If he finishes 10th, everybody in front of him gets $500 extra. If he finishes 9th, everybody in front of him gets $500. But if he finishes 11th, nobody gets money. So everybody needs to hope Ira Green finishes 10th overall.
10th overall, baby.
Is that an IBCA only, or is that both?
That's an IBCA only. Yeah.
IBCA only. Okay, let's
IBCA
clarify.
Only. Next year we'll have a duel since we're be our first one for CBA this year.
So whoever wins
CBA
bounty will be on this person next year.
Right. And also whoever GCs also gets a free entry to next year. So like Ira Green's coming for free this year because he GC'd last year.
How many teams did you have last year? And obviously, I guess it was just an IBCA event last year. How many teams did y'all have out there last year?
We had 112 teams last year.
Wow. That's one of their bigger ones all year. So being a combined, do you have any idea where you're at? We're we're only 2 weeks out now. So 2 or 3 weeks out now.
So now, I counted at about 1 o'clock today, and it was at 76 teams at 1 o'clock today.
And I haven't registered.
So. I haven't registered either.
Yeah.
So,
Eddie's not going to register until Friday at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
He's gonna decide where he goes at Friday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
apparently, Eddie's a grown ass man. he's a grown ass man. He goes wherever he wants to go. In fact, I need to register.
What we're gonna do too, just for Eddie, is I'm gonna go ahead and add it. I'll put it on Facebook tomorrow. Well, we're gonna do Friday night. Whoever can shotgun the most beers gets $500 cash.
Damn.
I'm out.
I would have been all the way down for that if I drank. I don't drink anymore, so.
He don't drink anymore. I don't believe that. But
33 days, baby.
33 days. Hey, congratulations, bro. If you're counting days, that's
Good
a big
job,
deal.
Eddie.
I drank a non-alcoholic beer yesterday.
How was that?
It wasn't bad. It was the Dos Equis with the lime and salt. Man, it tastes like a fucking Dos Equis with lime and salt. So
better for $5.
I guess if I feel like drinking, that's what I'll drink.
There you go. All right, Craig, I don't want to anything else do we need to mention here as far as like the facilities? What can guys expect when they roll up on where we're having this event?
So it's the same as if you've ever been there before. First come, first serve on power, the 30 amp hookups. There's probably 150 pedestals in the whole park. If you space it out right, you could definitely get enough power, but everybody tries to crowd in, and it definitely hurts the power grid for sure. But there is power there. There is no sewer hookups, but just power.
Okay. And you said 110 power spots?
There's about 110 hookups. Yep.
Okay. So
there's enough.
There's a lot. So get there early.
Yeah, there should be more than enough power spots.
Yeah, if you can hook up for that. Okay. Wonderful. No water, just power, which is awesome. It's great. Is there shade out there?
Power. Oh yeah, there's some shade trees for sure. There's a big pavilion too. People can cook under. Just nobody really takes advantage of it. I think Fred Robles cooked under it last year, but it's wide open. You can drive your trailer right under it and cook under it.
Okay.
And then judges, you're gonna be good on judges.
Judges is going to be a challenge for sure. We've gotten, I don't know exactly how many teams we're going to have. Right now, we got about 200 judges lined up for each category. So I'm hoping and praying that's enough judges, but if not, we'll make it happen.
Okay, wonderful. Cuero, Texas is where you need to be if you're listening to our voices right now. There's going to be a double simultaneous IBCA, CBA. But somebody mentioned Robert Leal from Hitman Barbecue. Can you please release the jackpot rules for both sanctioning bodies? So how does that work with the jackpots?
Jackpots are going to be independent. So
okay.
We're going to do 2 jackpots to IBCA, 2 jackpots to CBA. We're just going to split them right down the line. They're all going to be open garnish. Do what you want to do. We're doing a grilled cheese, which really hasn't been done. The grilled cheese, the only rules is going to be it's got to have bread and cheese. I don't care what else you do. Make it badass. Like, do what you want to do. But it's open garnish on anything you want to turn in. Make it however you want it. Let's have fun.
Beautiful. What are the other 3 entries for jackpots? Do you know?
So we're going to do steak, margaritas, beans, and grilled cheese is what we're going to do. It'll probably be steak to IBCA, margaritas to CBA, beans to IBCA, and grilled cheese to CBA is what it's looking like right now. But we need to get with the head judges as well and make sure they're okay with that.
Are those, you have well, we can figure it out. Those jackpots are simple. Just pay attention to the Facebook group and we can find out what time there are. But that's all going to be done on Friday, I'd imagine.
The 2 are Friday, 2 are Saturday. So we're going to kind of spread it out a little bit. So we'll do 7 o'clock margaritas on Friday, 8 o'clock steak, and then we'll do 11 o'clock beans, and we'll probably do 11:30 grilled cheese, something like that, so everybody can eat a grilled cheese for lunch.
That sounds good. That sounds good. All right, Robert Leal's happy. He gives a thumbs up. We didn't talk payouts yet. I know there's a lot of money on this line. You mentioned $70,000+.
$78,000 is where we're at now. And there's a lot of awards too. We got drums that are being given away. Barbecue store is really stepped up their game. Dustin and them, they've been outstanding to us. They got some turtle boxes that are gonna be given away. We got belt buckles. We got big checks. We got banners. We got trophies. If you don't leave here happy with awards, you don't like awards. I mean, that's just
bro. This is. I am pumped up. This is amazing. This is I'm excited. Thank you for hosting this. This is going to be fun. You mentioned, hey, who's best in which category or which sanctioning body, but we're all cooking, so it doesn't really matter. Whoever wins wins. But hopefully, if that's an issue, if that's
a cooker's pocket.
What's that?
I said, let's put some money in the cooker's pockets. That's what we're trying to do. It costs too much to go. I mean, it's $1,000 a weekend to go to a cook-off. So.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And
now it's $1,500.
Yeah, no kidding.
For that weekend.
For that weekend is going to be a good time. But so you mentioned some of the sponsors behind you. If you want to give some shout outs to some of these guys, you mentioned Chop and Block, you mentioned the barbecue store, which are sponsors of the show. So we're happy to hear that. But anybody else you want to give a shout out to before we get you out of here? And if there's questions from the Gooder Gang
we got a lot
for
of
Craig Oaks,
sponsors.
put them under. Go ahead.
Energy Waste is a huge help to us also. They bring us all of our trash cans and porta potties out there. They're a lifesaver for us. We got Cuero Lube and Tire, Goliad Lube and Tire, Engine Service. My whole family backs me behind this. My brother, my dad, my mom, my girlfriend, all of our kids. Like we all do this together. So it's really just as much them as it is me. It's just my name on the line.
Awesome. Somebody's asking about a kids queue. Is there a kids queue involved in this deal?
Yes, there is a kids queue. The Chopping Block is the sponsor of the kids queue. I don't know all the details to the kids queue. I've never done a kids queue before, so I am trying to put all that together now to get it on there to make sure I have it all right. I don't want to really speak on that and put my foot in my mouth. But as soon as I get everything put together and I know everybody approves of it, I will get it on Facebook for everybody to know. But there will be a kids queue, and it will be a CBA kids queue.
Okay, good. I was going to ask you that because that's a big deal to some of these kids out there that those guys are as serious as the cooks out there nowadays. So it is fun to see the young kids.
Future. Let's support them while we can.
Absolutely. And they are just as competitive, just as serious. And they put their heart and soul into this deal. So I'm excited you guys also have a kids queue. First place through 10th. What are the payouts for these guys? For for the contest?
And it's all on my Facebook page. It's changed so much. I don't want to just sit here and just tell you and I lied to you. But if anyone wants to go to my Facebook page, I broke it all the way down. Every dollar we're paying out is broke down so you can see before you show up exactly what you're going to get for what place you get. It's not going to go down. Only thing it might do is go up. We got a couple more sponsors that are really thinking about throwing some serious money at it. If they do, all that goes straight to the payouts. So this thing might bust $100,000 if we can hustle it in the last week here.
Wow. I don't know what we're hoping to do. Help you out with that. And we can clip this and send it to you. And so people want some information. How are the awards taking place? You know, you having, that's going to be interesting. We're going to have 2 separate awards, right?
Yes. Awards is going to be a challenge. It's going to take forever. It's just going to be a hassle. There's no way around it, really. We're going to do it all together. I'm going to start pushing for them to be done at 3:45 so we can start to get awards done. We're going to try to jam through them as fast as we can. So what we're going to do is if IBCA is done first and they tell me they're ready, IBCA awards is first. If CBA tells me they're ready, CBA is first. Like, we're going to try our hardest to start awards at 3:45.
Oh,
have you thought about doing like chicken, rib, pork, and then brisket?
I thought about that, but I figured with the walk-up songs and CBA, that might really throw a curveball into it. You know, keep everybody pumped up a little bit. But we might do that if we can get everybody on page. That'll give me some more time to put the total scores in as well too.
Man, if you could do that happen, if you can make that happen, that would be a lot of fun because I know CBA will be ready. Their event reps are awesome. IBCA rep or head judges are great as well, and they're calling out numbers, but. The event rep for CBA, she'll be ready. Is it Brenda? Is Brenda running this deal?
Brenda.
Okay.
Yeah,
she'll be ready with the music and whatnot. Somebody says, do y'all need a sponsor for Kids Q? April Renee.
Absolutely. We're never going to turn down giving money to kids.
Yeah, heck yeah. April, reach out to Craig Oakes and he'll get you hooked up. And thank you very much, April. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah.
So we also got one other thing too I'd like to talk about just to get it out so everybody knows. So we came up with a new deal this year called the wild card. So what it is if you get in the top 5 of your meet, you're going to draw a playing card out of a deck of cards. We're giving out all 52 cards. So then after it's done, the barbecue stores gave us tons of seasonings and gift cards and all kinds of stuff. We're going to flip over a card on that seasoning or that gift card. And if your card matches it, you win that seasoning. There's also cash in there. Then there's $5,000 in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there that is going to be given out just off of a flip of a card. And it's also $500 for the best poker hand. So if you get 4 or 5 walks through the whole day and you have the best poker hand, you win $500 for doing nothing.
That's
badass, bro. This is going to be a good one.
This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. This is like I said, this is new. This is unique. This is awesome. We got, again, 2 sanctioning bodies, same day, simultaneously. Chicken, CBA, 12 o'clock or 11:59. What is it? Yeah. 12 o'clock, you're late.
Yeah.
You do have a 10-minute window in IBCA. So turn in your chicken first for CBA, and then you still have 10 more minutes in IBCA at chicken. 1 o'clock is going to be your CBA ribs. 1:30 will be your IBCA ribs. 2 o'clock pork, you ain't got to worry about that in IBCA. Then you got a little break. You can relax for just a minute, and then you're going to have both entries are going to be turned in at 3 o'clock. Both briskets for CBA and IBCA. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm tired just thinking about it. I'm excited about it. Eddie, what you thinking? Initial thoughts,
look, this is the mastermind behind all this, honestly.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey,
well, I'm glad you were the mastermind, and we're appreciative.
She's the one that's actually holding it all together.
I'm actually not. I'm just his taster.
Oh, damn. Shot down on live television.
Most of the time, it does taste good. I need you to blend.
Well, we appreciate you. And, of course, Craig and everybody involved in this, Cuero Volunteer Fire Department showdown battle. What is it called officially? The Battle
Royal,
whatever. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, thanks so much. There it is. Double state too, as well.
Yep.
So it's $500 to entry for both entry fees. I'm just reading that, right? Is that still?
Yeah. If you enter both, it's $500.
$500. Wonderful. Okay. I think that's going to be enough for what we needed to hear, Craig. Thanks for coming on the show. If you think of something else, you can comment there, and Ty will highlight it and put it out there. But I think we covered most of it. I think whoever's listening to this right now is definitely going to be signing up and going to be showing up for that, because I for one, am definitely excited about this. That's a bargain for all that money on the deal. This is awesome. Brian can, I know Brian's just kidding, but should I be rude to Brian? He takes it to heart, Eddie.
Brian ain't never going to come anyway. He doesn't like competition.
Oh, damn. I didn't say that, Brian, but you heard it on this show.
I can say that because I like Brian.
Yeah, well, you're one of a growing group. I'll just say that. A good dude.
Hey, Brian's my boy.
Brian's your homeboy. That's your bubble gum. That's your bubble gum.
I wouldn't say bubble gum. He has a long way to go, but that's my
almost. Dog. Well, Craig, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming on, spending a couple minutes with us. Best of luck on your event. Eddie and I will. Well, I can speak for myself. Eddie's a grown ass man,
I'll be there.
But I'm pretty sure
I'll be there. And if I don't show up, I ain't gonna give you a reason why.
He's just not gonna show. I will be there. I already have the Friday off. I already reserved it. I just need to sign up, and I'll register tonight once this show ends. Bullhorn Barbecue will be there, and we're excited to be there. And we're excited.
I'll register Saturday morning.
We're excited to support everything you got going on with Cuero Volunteer Fire Department, man. Thank you very much, Craig.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all very much.
All right. There he was, the promoter behind the Battle Royale between IBCA, CBA, benefiting Cuero Volunteer Fire Department. That sounds amazing, Eddie. What did you think, man?
Matt, I think it's going to be interesting. What
do you think of the bounty? That's pretty cool. On Ira,
cool, yeah.
Ira finished 10th overall, bro.
Yeah,
that would be.
He won it last year. He don't need to win it again.
Man,
let us.
Can you imagine if he does finish 10th overall and then everybody else above them gets $500 extra?
Yeah, shit. That's
on top of what they're already going to do.
I don't know if it's going to put an end to IBCA versus CBA. Not that there should be anything, but it's definitely going to be cool. See who's going to win both.
I am super.
Is it going to be, man, it's going to be back and forth? Is it going to be, I don't know.
Trust me, there's a lot of great events out there. One's on screen right now, the Danny Deets Memorial Classic. Of course, we got the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Cross, all fired up. All of these events are amazing, but this is interesting. We got to two at the same time simultaneously. It's going to be a good time.
And Braden can add hair in one and not the other, or in both. He only be disqualified for
the
one.
Texas Chrome Heroes. Thank you, El Campo. They're all amazing. This is just different. It's just different when you got two at the same time. I did not, because I was having some technical difficulties. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Eddie and Ty, for stepping in and taking care of that. But I did not give shout outs. I know Arturo is in. We'll get him in just a minute. Art is on right now. He's on television on Sunday nights. You'll see, we'll talk about that here on Food Network at Barbecue Brawl. But here we go right now, Ty. Let's do it real quick. The Pit Life Barbecue Podcast in first. I got to give shout outs to the Gooder Gang. They support the show, and I love them. The ZZ Top Fan in the house, Daddy Dutch Barbecue, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service. He did update me where he'll be, and I'll update you in just a minute. Jared Dyer, how are you? Teresa Edmondson, that is Redheaded Cookers. Twisted D in the house. Ricardo Nieto in the house. Nicho Hernando. Brandon Perriman. Lucas Armstrong, all the way from Australia. Kirby Simpkins. David Cano, what's up? Reggie Q Barbecue. Steve Quint in the house. Robert Leal, I mentioned your name earlier. Chase Vincent in the house. Miss Samantha Cherry, how are you? Roddy Trevino, I miss Rob Rocha. I miss you too, Roddy. I haven't seen you in all year, maybe. Bobby Delgado, Quattro D in the house. Robert Ramirez. What's up, Robert? Maybe we'll see Robert out there. He's in Wharton. I think maybe he comes out of retirement for that one. I would. Uwe Braun, our favorite German cook in the house. Sean Trainer. What's up, brother? Larry Vaughn Sr., afternoon from North Jersey. Lorenzo Rodriguez, Meat Pimp in the house. Welcome to the show, Meat Pimp. Jared McCrory. Louis Gonzalez in the house. There's DD Barbecue. Hi, Eddie. He didn't even mention me. Hi, Eddie, El Morales, and Ty. Rude. Unblock Rob. Maybe that's when I was having some issues. AJ George, Okie folks, just killing it up north. Bobby Stewart in the house. Michael Sistrunk. Hi, or is that Hawaii? That is Hawaii Barbecue. Aloha's. What's up, Hawaii Barbecue? Welcome to the show. We do this each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central. Micah Ward. Sup? I can say it, but I won't. Who else we got? There you go. Eddie did. Who else we got in the house right now? Stephen Pfeiffer in the house. He's a great promoter. Yeah, sounds like it. Cesar Rodriguez in the house. April Renee. Tunon Win. That's my boy from Half Fast Cookers. Did I see David? David in the house. Who else we got? Doug Sheed. Who am I missing? Serge. There he is right there. Serge, what's up? Twisted D, already said him. I think we're Firebox in the house. Charles Kramer. Brian Fox. We already said you. There he is. Machete Boys in the house.
Machete Boys.
And John Turner from the Chopping Blocks. Trap House Mob. What's good, bloods? There's John Turner. You know what Trap House Mob is?
Trap
Eddie?
House Mob, man, I think they make beats. So if you hear some rap songs, they'll start off saying,
okay,
Trap House Mob.
All right, very nice.
I mean, that's the one I know. I don't know if he has a trap house or something now.
I bet you're in the
We're calling the Chopping Block a trap house.
Okay, I like it. All right, Eddie, I'm gonna let you introduce our next guest for the show. This is a buddy of yours. We get to see him on television, but I'm not gonna steal any thunder here. Who we got next, man? I'm excited about this.
Man, so we got my boy, my brother, Arturo Ramon. Man, I've been knowing him for, man, I don't know, 2019 maybe. Man, our wives are friends, and then they were like, man, y'all need to meet. Y'all both fucking cook. And it was on from there. So, man, we've done a lot of badass stuff. And, man, Arturo Ramon, he's been on a couple shows. So, let's bring him on.
All right, let's bring him on right now. Arturo, is that your phone that you're on right now, Art?
It is, buddy. I don't have a computer. You know,
No, I'm good. Is there any way you can turn it sideways?
Sideways? Yeah, no, absolutely. Let me see.
Put it on landscape. Again, we're all, this is a show. There, perfect. There you go. Look at that big, beautiful face. Now we get to see it, bro.
All right, there we go. How you son of bitches doing?
Oh, we're awesome, man. Pleasure to meet you, man. I feel like we come across each other probably somewhere down the line, but maybe not.
I appreciate you guys inviting me. This is great. I've been excited about it all day.
Oh, man, we're excited to have you. Please introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang. This is your first time on the show. We love having first-time guests. But, man, you're doing it out there, bro, and we're happy for you, and we're excited to see what happens with the show. But let's catch up and let's talk about it. But please introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang, man.
100%. So my name is Arturo Ramon. I am the founder of Blanco River Meat Co, which is an open fire catering company. We've been doing this since 2016. Where we specialize in whole animal cooks, whole steers, whole pigs, whole cabritos, any baby animal, we'll cook it. They just taste better, We do barbecue. We don't do like what Eddie does. Eddie's, I see what he does, and it fascinates me. The skill that goes behind what competition barbecue is. Of course, I get catering for brisket and stuff, but I always ask my buddy to give me some pointers on that. But no, we're more of the open fire style coals, just wood coals, rustic, put the meat directly on the fire sometimes, the veggies in the fire. We started back, like I said, 2016, and we bought some property out here in Driftwood, Texas, where I'm at right now, and with the intention of opening a brick and mortar little bar and grill, But then COVID hit, and that kind of parked everything for a minute. But then when that happened, the catering started kicking off. You know what I mean? We started doing all kinds of events. Eddie's been a part of a few of them, and he knows what we're about. So now we're in the process of working out a deal out in Willow City, a little north of Fredericksburg, to possibly open up another little brick and mortar / bar / music venue. I'm 50 years old. My mom told me not too long ago, "Hey, Miko, if you're gonna do it, what are you gonna do? You're gonna wait till you're 60? You got to do it right now." So that's the plan. We're, God willing, the next few months we'll be open. I got a food truck in the works right now. So things are happening, and it's just been fun. I just, I just love cooking, and it's what I do. It's my passion, and I just love making people feel good through food. You know what I mean?
Awesome, dude. This is awesome. Eddie, you've been out to his place. Where's Driftwood, Art? Can I call you Art? Arturo,
Yeah,
what do you?
Art.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Arturo, Art, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me Artie Farty. I'm like a little bit south of Wimberley, so it'd be like between Kyle and Wimberley's Driftwood. You know where Salt Lake is in Driftwood. So we're out here, we're out here in the country. I lived in Austin for 20 years, and then my mom retired out in Wimberley, and I decided to buy a few acres. We got some animals, we got some chickens and goats and rabbits and things, and we're just kind of giving that country life out here. You know what I mean?
Beautiful. So you're open fire. We hear the term live fire. Open fire is what you said. Is that the same? We talking about the same type of cooking?
He's an OG open fire.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. I don't want to get, I don't want to piss anybody off, but I've been doing this shit for 30 years, man. And in the last few years, all of a sudden, everybody's live fire. Well, of course, it's live, right? It's about being open fire is the original term, in my opinion, because live, of course, it's alive. I mean, shit, it's not dead, right? I mean, it's just everybody all of a sudden the last few years has been, been doing it, and I love it because it exposes it, that kind of stuff. But I feel like that they don't understand sometimes what it is to just say that you're live fire, open fire. That means that you're cooking everything absolutely over coals or wood, from your dessert
elements,
all that kind of stuff. And that's the art behind it, right? The same way that like how there's an art behind competition barbecue, and there's a science actually behind what you all do like that. But when you deal with open fire, it's the wind, it's the coals, it's the type of wood you're using. There's so many variables that come into play, And I've cooked all over the country, and it's just funny. I realized like here in Central Texas, it's oak. We go to Georgia, we're cooking with peach. You go to every part of the country is cooking what they have available, which makes it beautiful, right? So when you say live fire, open fire, it's the same shit, right? But sometimes it depends who you ask, right? And as long as you're doing it, you're not using a pellet grill or a gas grill. I think I'm okay with you.
I feel attacked. It's in my arsenal. A lot of teams use them, bro. But
I know, buddy. I know. No problem.
That's not all I use. I'm just fucking with you. But no, this is great, Eddie. You mentioned what Eddie does. What a lot of the Gooder gang does. We're a lot of competition guys that watch this show. Not so many open fire. In the elements. Like you mentioned, charcoal, wood. That's just in dirt. Basically, I see what you guys do, and it's really awesome. What's up, Lisa? Lisa's in the house. Probably from the other room behind where Eddie is right now. He also makes the best pears ever. So I see you doing. It is not only the meats, the cabritos, and everything else you mentioned, but you're doing everything on there. Eddie, he mentioned you and what we do in competition barbecue. Eddie's seen it firsthand. Eddie, speak on what he does.
Right.
Not so much from him, but how does it differ from what we do each and every weekend when you go to his land out there?
Yeah.
Y'all are doing your deal. How does that differ, man?
Yeah, no, we go there. My wife and I, we go there pretty often on the weekends. We try to go on Sundays and just kind of cook throughout the day. And man, it's just everything is like you said. It depends on the wind and the rain. Is it going to rain? Is it going to do this? So, man, you start off with wood, and then you just make your own coals, and you just feed it all night, and you smell like extra smoke, and man, everything just. It's just the time that you spend there, you know what I mean? And man, I do competition barbecue. I cook too, I grill and shit, but man, whenever I go over there, it's like you forget about competition and you just fucking cook like good food, like no extra fucking seasonings, all kinds of bullshit. It's just fucking fire, salt. Man, it's great. No plates, we just eat off the fucking board. You know what I mean? Like really, that's what that's my experience. And then when we do the event, he's taught me a lot about the open fire. And
awesome, man. Art, can you explain? Is he frozen? Oh, there he is. Is that there? It is right there. Perfect. Okay, something we're getting some feedback. I don't know. You weren't having it earlier. I don't know if that's. Let me see if that's me. You.
I'm not sure what that is. Is that okay? Are you good?
Yeah, I think we're losing maybe some signal.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. How's that? Are we okay? I don't know. No.
No, I think we're losing a little signal. It's okay. If you want to, we can step out, and if you want to maybe restart everything and get back in.
Yeah, let me jump out. Jump right back.
Yeah, jump out, jump back in, and Ty will get you on there. But Eddie can speak a little bit about what you got going on. Eddie, you mentioned a little bit about that, but how does that work? You've done some events with him. What is an event?
So
doing open
man,
fire
used to have this this event. The first one that I was part of and helped him out with is he called it Brazil in Texas, right? So Brazil and Texas would be all the pitmasters, grill masters from Brazil. They'll come to Texas and do a barbecue tour.
Okay,
right, and then at the end of the tour, everybody goes to Art's house, and he has like hundreds of steaks laid out, a bunch of vegetables, fruit, because man, they fucking open fire cook everything, fucking pineapples and cabbage. I mean, everything's open fire cooked. And man, there's a couple big famous people that are from Brazil, that we don't know, but man, it's badass, man. And man, people just eat. And
look at my boy Luis Rivas from
Mexico, and man, he's attended. He's seen what we do.
Yeah, dude. Luis, keep it up, bro. I've seen you dropping some LBs, bro. You're looking good, man. Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning into the show. I think we might have Art back. We'll see. We'll see if the aliens are still there, bro. We're still.
Hey, turn your volume down a little bit. Art. So I feel like we're getting feedback from our own voice.
No. Can you restart the phone maybe and log back in after that?
Yeah, I jumped out and jumped back in, but it's just
I don't think that's it. You need to restart the phone.
Okay, got it.
All right, cool. And we'll get you back in here in just a minute.
Yeah, so that was the first one I did, man, and that was cool. And then after that, it's just he has a big property, so he does these events at his house, and man, so people buy tickets, and I mean, it's all kinds of open fire animals, like the edible ones, man. I see a lot of people cooking like bears and fucking cheetahs and shit. Man, I ain't trying to eat no fucking cat. So
no, hell no.
Man, hey, Eddie, whole hogs, whole pigs, cabritos, fucking alligators. I mean, rattlesnake, all that shit.
While we're waiting for him to come back, Eddie, you traveled to California. I got to see and live vicariously through your and Lisa's pictures this weekend. But talk to me about what made you decide to do that. Were you invited out there? Were you just looking it up? Talk to me about that California vibe, man. How was that?
Man, it was cool. I went 2 years ago to that event, and man, I liked it. It was badass. The weather was great. The lady, Debbie, she runs a great event, man. She's super nice, super welcoming, hospitality is through the roof, and man, I wanted to go back last year, but I wasn't cooking much last year, but this year, man, I went back. I wanted to go back. The weather wasn't as great. It was hot as hell, but it was good, man. And I had to kind of try to redeem myself because I got my ass whooped last time I went. So
and you did,
and I did pretty good, I think.
Yeah, would you had a first place pork 180?
Yeah, first 180 pork. Got a 6 chicken, 9th rib, and 13th brisket.
Awesome. We'll get those photos here and just let's see. I think Art is back. Let's see how we're sounding here.
Hey, are we good now? No more weirdos?
Oh, there you go.
There you go, bro. We're back. Oh shit, that boy got a whole bottle. We got Eddie who's not drinking. Art's drinking for you, Eddie. He's got the whole damn bottle. What are you drinking, bub?
Oh, it's Still Austin, the musician. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
As I get older, I drink what doesn't hurt me. You know what I mean?
That doesn't hurt
you. But this doesn't hurt me. I'm fine. if I drink anything else, I'll get heartburn. I'm old, man, but this I'm okay. I do okay,
Man, one time he had a bottle of that Still Austin, like a fucking special one that they only made like 20 of. And he's like, I was like, man, you've been drinking. I'm barely getting here. It's going to take me a while to catch up. He's like, no, just take one of these. One shot. And I was like, man, it ain't going to do shit. Took a fucking shot. Man, 15 minutes later, I was like, damn.
Yeah, that shit was 118 proof, so you catch up real quick,
You're gonna feel that real quick. Art, I'm a little jealous. You're fit. You said you're 50. We're about the same age, and you got no gray in this beard of yours.
Dude, I've got red and weird gray over here going on. Eddie, last week time we did event, I had some red action going on over here that I don't know what the hell's happening. Oh, they're there, buddy. They're there. You just gotta.
All right.
That's all.
All right. So we talked about your property you have out there. You talking about possibly getting a new venue in Fredericksburg, which would be awesome for you. I'm hoping that happens. That's a great area for barbecue and just anything out there. Fredericksburg's pretty damn cool. My wife and I went out there this past about 6 months ago, and it was awesome. But now you're on a television show, bro. You're on the Food Network right now, and you can see you on Barbecue Brawl on Sundays. What's up, Louis? Thank you very much. You can see you on Sundays at Barbecue Brawl. Talk about that experience. We can't talk about what's going on with what happens because you are still on the show. We just had episode 1. But just can you talk about the experience and meeting like Bobby and Carson and all those guys out there? It's pretty cool. You got another comp team is Brad. I think we're having the same issue we had earlier, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know what I need to do, but no, it was fantastic experience meeting all. There's some badasses on this show. When I got in that first room, we first sat down, when I got to meet everybody, I was like, okay, I'm the head honcho here. You want to talk about barbecue, open fire cooking? I'm the man. And I walked in that room. I said, oh shit, okay, here we go. There's some heavy hitters here. Other guys, more chef driven, restaurateur types, but those guys bring a lot to the table too. Where my rustic, that I thought left on the board type of cooking is one thing, and then when I get paired up with teammates that are more chef driven, our of course our plating is better, our everything. So it was such an honor and such a eye-awakening thing to be able to cook with some of these people. Their love for what we love is the same, right? So that's what I enjoy. I don't like once in a while you meet some people like, oh, hey, how you do that? Oh, I tell you I have to kill you. Man, come on, dude. Like, I'll tell you all my shit. Like, this here, show me how to do that. I'll show you what I do, But everybody on the show, everybody from all 12 competitors, they were all amazing in their own right. They brought so much to the table that I was really proud to be there and represent Texas.
Dude, it is great. I'm glad you're sharing everything. Yeah, it is just hard to hear you, and there's a bunch of background. Are you?
You ain't got no headphones?
Yeah, do you have something you can hook up?
Yeah, like just regular plug-in headphones.
Yeah, plug in the headphones.
All right, let me go. I gotta go run inside. Though. Give me a second.
That's fine. We got time. We'll Eddie and I'll talk. We're good.
Alien invasion. Somebody said
we will get straight. Ty, you can't fix this, Ty. Come on, producer Ty.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, hey, Gooder Gang, I'm really sorry for the lackluster performance of the production of this show, but man, I tell you, this is exciting when Craig comes on. He talks about the double event that they're having, running concurrently, and with the timeline that you ran down, and then the final, brisket has to go at the same time, turn left or right, to IBCA, CBA, and then how that award shit's going to go. Like, we need to be there live to do that award show and do a play-by-play.
Can you make it happen, Ty?
I'll have to double check. I'll look at this flyer again, but that's something that we need to do, man, just for the betterment of the show. And then fucking Arturo comes on here, and here's what I love about this. Like, you don't get Eddie to open up that much, and most of the time Eddie's like, fucking, like, how you doing, Eddie? Fucking 7. you know, and you know what I'm saying? And then to see him get happy, you know, like I look at Eddie like my little brother, man. I'm a 50-year-old guy too. And to see him happy with it and to see the connection Arturo's got and the fact that he's doing that full, you know, baby animal stuff. That's just another aspect of this sport that I love, bro. Like my whole algorithm is either fucking something getting cooked, something getting pulled off. You know, most of the time it's y'all's, the Gooder Gang's social medias that I'm watching on the Instagram and Twitter and whatnot. But then, you know, it's camping stuff because at some point,
Ty, you're taking bullets here.
What does that mean? Oh yeah, absolutely. Call Wes. This show wouldn't have even gotten off it wouldn't have even gone on air if Wes had to deal with that. No, I'm just joking. Wes is a great producer. But you know what I'm saying? Like at some point I want to have an RV and do a live remote from everything. Maybe we're on the Food Network with the So Smoking Gooder Show. Who knows?
We will.
I love the culture.
We'll take look, there's apple juice in here. Apple juice, everybody, but we will take the H6 and the boots, and we will do a live remote from that contest with Ty. Ty, where'd you go? Get back in here. Did I kick you off? We will do a live remote right there, and we'll have some Gooder Gang. And Ty's always mentioned we need more intros. We need more intros, and we're going to have 100 plus teams out there that are available to do the intros. So we'd love to have you on the show. We talk about it. The Gooder Gang is the best part of this thing. We would love to have you do some intros for us, and you can be a part of the show each and every week when we do our intros. Ty's always looking for new ones, and we need some new ones, Ty. We do.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's just fun to get out and engage with the Gooder Gang. Like every experience I've had with either a new team that we've either met for the show or someone that's come to the Thunderdome. Josh Hill, Brandon did the Tomball VFW, the Thunderdome. Like every interaction I've had has just been fun as hell. And it's fun for the family, fun for my kids, fun for my wife, and it's fun for the show as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Can I just say that the Bullhorn, we dominated the Thunderdome past weekend, double GCs in there.
I mean, historically, your name is always getting called there because, there's a running joke where I forget your fucking song. So, a lot of times back in the day when we were doing, 3 or 4 a year, you get some good walks at the Thunderdome. No wonder you love that place.
I do love the Thunderdome. It's fun. But hey, while Art's coming back, it's a good time to do the upcoming event segment, the wrap-up recap. Eddie can take a break. Ty, you play some music. Once Art gets back and we'll get that figured out, we'll come back to Art because we still want to visit with Art, talk about the Food Network, the barbecue brawl, and we have to talk about upcoming events, the Mount Rushmore, and his barbecue homies. We'll do all of that. Eddie can take a quick break. We will come back with that, but let me load up. What do we want to do? We want to do the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap, sponsored by Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. If you need any banner signs, wraps, of course, decals, whatever it may be, you can meet up with Cheeto, and he will hook you up. That is my boy, Cheeto. I got to spend a little time with him this week over at the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics Studios, what we used to call it. But nothing in CBA this week. We got a big event coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But in IBCA, we had 3 events. We had the MSCA Barbecue Cook-Off. The grand champion was Mr. Cole Clifton from Clifton Chevy Cookers. And the RGC was Rita Marchewski from Bet Your Ash Barbecue. She was the RGC. Congrats, Cole and Rita. And in New Mexico, the big smoking on the plaza. Ty, get errands ready. We had the grand champion was Dakota Dixon from West Texas Smoke, and RGC in New Mexico, 2 Texas boys. How about Aaron Leslie from Texas Oil Dust?
Well, hello there. How you doing? I'm Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, and today you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
There it was. Congratulations, Dakota and Aaron and the the veterans of foreign wars, the VFW 6115 barbecue cook-off. The grand champ, this was in Elgin, Texas. Big event here locally, almost locally in Austin, Central Texas. Grand champion Kirk Matura from Go Blue Q. And the RGC was Mr. Robert Smith, First Class Barbecue.
It's the what?
So Smoking Gooder Show.
It is the So Smoking Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smoker Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
There he was. Congratulations, Kirk and Robert Smith. Look at Michelle Machado in the house. Hey, y'all. What's up, Michelle? Hope you're doing well. That rhymed. Yes, it did. All right, next is the Outlaw Barbecue Association. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you, Case. Love County Frontier Days, the grand champion, Weston Burks from Meat Sweats Barbecue and the RGC. This guy is just killing them Outlaw boys. We need to get AJ George on the show. AJ, if you hear my voice, we need to get you on Okie Folks Barbecue. And that's it. That was up for the wrap-up recap. Over in KCBS, you can find all those out at kcbs.us. A lot's going on there where Eddie was. Loot and Booty, Sterling Smith, double GC that weekend where Eddie was in California. Congratulations to Smitty out there just killing it. Okay, that's the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. Let's do the upcoming events segment sponsored by the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, 3-time CBA event of the year. Let me load that up right here. Okay, over into Champions. There he is, AJ George in the house watching. All right, AJ, hit me up. I will. We'll schedule it. We'll book it. We'll get you on, bro, because you're doing awesome out there. Somebody said stop saying killing it. Stop saying killing it. So I'm trying to avoid saying killing it, but I like saying killing it. So maybe I'll just continue saying killing it. All right, Champions Barbecue Alliance, Smoking the Mountains coming up this weekend in Fort Davis, Texas. That is a state championship. That is the only event in CBA this weekend, and it's a great event. If you're signed up for that, they are full. You cannot get in anymore. But Jennifer and Joe are going to hold a phenomenal event. This is the 3rd annual, and just lots of beautiful country out there in West Texas. They have a observatory out there, so I got to go out there. My mom is from Sanderson, Texas, which is not far from there, so I know the countryside out there. It is beautiful. So unfortunately I can't attend, but if you're out there, going out there, can't wait to see what happens over at Smoking the Mountains. Next weekend in the CBA, we have Harlingen Police Department in Harlingen, and where I will be in Rosenke, the Rosenke Reunion of Barbecue Cook-Off. All of those are state championships. We'll come back here with Arturo Ramon here in just a minute once we wrap this up real quick. But IBCA, all of these are happening this weekend. The 2025 No Excuses Contest, where they provide all the meats, the chicken, the ribs, and the brisket in Beeville, Texas. That is a state. All of these are state championships. The 97th annual Yoakum Tom Tom Fest in Yoakum, Texas. And we got the Great American Cook-Off in Elgin, Texas, and Kennedale Barbecue Showdown in Kennedale. And then our neck of the woods, the Kids Unlimited Barbecue Cook-Off is in Pearland, Texas. G-Wald says Rosenke is not this weekend. It's next weekend, I believe. Well, if you were listening, Micah, you heard me say it is the following weekend. Outlaw Barbecue Association. Pew, 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 pew. You got the Smoke in the Saddles Cook-Off in Mesquite, Texas. That is a state championship. And then Lone Star this weekend, the 2nd annual Eden Barbecue Cook-Off in Eden, Texas. They've got the Wild Horse Prairie Days in Haskell, Texas. And in Pretty, that is where Miss Laura Caldwell is from, the Pretty American Legion Hall in Pretty, Texas. That is none of those are states, but they are big time events. And then we got the KCBS. They got plenty all over the country and world. You can check them out, kcbs.us. All right, that is the upcoming events segment sponsored by the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Thank you to Wade. He is going to be another sponsor for 2025 through 26. I think I'm done. I think I got enough sponsors for next year. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to, but shout out to Wade Carpenter and his crew over at the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads in Uvalde, Texas. That is coming up December 12th and 13th, 2025. Make sure you attend that event. That is a who's who of barbecue in Texas. You walk there, you're doing something really well. All right. Thank you to Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. All right, I think we got our co-host back, Mr. Eddie Morales. There he is right there. We got our producer back, Ty.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
All right. This is about the time where I go kick the tires, but I think I'm good. Let's see where our guest is, and let's see how that works out right now.
Gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
Damn it, bro.
Are we all right?
I think we're in 4K now. You looking good?
Yeah, sounds yeah, looking good. Hey, I apologize for that. I'm a lo-fi kind of guy. I had to go ask my wife for these little chingaderas, if you will. I apologize for that.
Did she go down to the Dollar General and get you some?
She sure did. That's one of my favorite stores. Goddamn it! Don't make fun of Dollar General,
bro. All right, now we're good. We can hear
all
you.
Right,
we look good.
Let's go.
Hey, this is what we do. We adapt and overcome, bro.
That's
At the
right.
beginning,
100%.
hey, I was having issues. I bought a damn $900 camera and didn't even use it today. I'm a little upset about that, but hey, shit happens. It's all good.
Good.
But well, welcome back to the show. You sound good.
I appreciate
it. So, prior to that, we were talking about. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We're talking barbecue brawl. We're talking about the contestants.
There you go. Please,
I'll jump right back in. I apologize.
Yeah, please, because we couldn't hear. It was real. Yeah. We couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, basically just the level of talent in that show. I mean, this is one of the, I think, 5 or 6 shows I've done. A few of them have been competition style, but this has been the first show that I've been a part of that's multiple episodes, right? Most of the shows I've been on is like, you film it a couple days, you wrap it up, and you get out of there. This is something that potentially you're there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And last year, they asked me to do it, but I didn't know how long. They said, hey, you need it was almost like 6 weeks, and I couldn't. So I took an alternate spot, right? And they didn't call me up. So then this year they called me up. I said, you know what? Now I got a little more time. Let's do this stuff, So jumping into that room with all these competitors, they're from all walks of life, chefs and barbecue, like Brad. People who are grand champions, restaurateurs, and so when I walked in that room, I was like, holy shit, these are some heavy hitters, So just to be in that room with these folks, was really, really awesome, So, going into the show, you just don't know what to expect. I mean, it's like it's hard to explain. There's only so many things I can say, but the competition's tough. The challenges are tough. The time limits are unreal. You know what I mean? Hey, knock this shit out. You got 15 minutes. Oh my God. What can you? I can't even light my fire in 15 minutes. What are you doing here? So all that being said, it was just a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun, and being able to cook with these folks.
Well, this is season 6.
Right.
I've been watching all of the seasons, and once they were talking about the accolades of these contestants out there, you got some James Beard Award nominees. You got, obviously Brad. We all know about Brad on this show as a company. You got Gatlin, Greg Gatlin.
He's awesome.
He's a legend here in Houston area. Not only that, in Texas, he's a stud. You got somebody that's been on multiple shows. You mentioned you have been on multiple shows, but this lady has won Chop. The other one is beat Bobby Flay.
She beat Bobby Flay. Like, oh my God.
You've got some heavy hitters.
Oh yeah.
And then the Bama guy who we were able to watch, he got eliminated. Spoiler alert. That's episode 1. They're only on episode 1. But not only that, we've got other people that maybe aren't on camera, like our boy Joey Machado from Texas Original Charcoal. He provided the charcoal and the open fire stuff that you used and whatnot. I do have a question. You got some guys that are using offsets. Brad immediately went to the drum in episode 1. You are open fire guy, and you got that pit that you got the live fire table that Joey provided.
I love that thing.
But when you have time limits, man, and I know you want to be true to your background, how hard is it to just stick with that versus jumping on the drum, which we know can cook pretty quick.
And that's just it. When they separate you in teams, it's you. What do you bring to the table, right? What do you offer, right? So what I found refreshing was that some of these chef, inspired guys, they're about their sauces and all kinds of shit. So hey, I need you to do this. And I'm in that first episode, you see me do a little dance. This is my happy spot. I'm cooking everybody's protein, man. You know what I mean? Because they're all doing other stuff. They trusted me to do that, right? So I love that. I love that because they're about to execute their finishing sauces and they're all kinds of other things. But hey, Arturo, you got it. I got it. That's my happy spot in front of that fire, right? So at the end of the day, when you're in a team, it's like what do you provide? What can you bring to the table? What can I help my team win this thing, right? It's not about, hey, me. Let me show you what I do, right? It's if you want to win, against a guy like Bobby Flay, I mean, if you're not on his team, you got to bring it, man, and you got to do whatever it takes to to help your team, to execute those recipes or whatever was planned, right? So I found that refreshing in the way where my comfort zone was fire. Everybody knew that, so they kind of leaned on me on that. So I thought that was really, really fun,
Awesome. Eddie,
and Art has some awards too. I think he's won a big ass award on one show that he was on. You want to talk about that one, Art?
Oh, I just saw gosh, he was the judge. Who was the judge?
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. I just saw him on the thing earlier. Yeah. What a great guy. Man. He's awesome. He's a judge on a show I did a few years back with Myron Mixon, Smoked. A buddy of mine challenged me to do this show, and it was like, he's the open fire guru. He's the one that showed me how to do a whole steer. This is about 10, 15 years ago. Out in South Carolina, he did an event called Bubba Noche, and I'd never done a whole cow before. And he's like, hey, Texas, you know how to do it? I'm like, no, dude, we don't do this, or I don't do this, So my first experience with the whole steers were with him, in South Carolina years ago. And we did this show called Smoke with Myron Mixon, and Robert Smith was a judge, which was really cool to see him right now, I know. I mean, we won that one, but that's a head-to-head competition, right? Like, you got 12 people, it's a different situation. Not to give anything away, but you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is.
So these are interesting to me. And, we've been watching competition barbecue shows like this, like you mentioned, Smoked and all them other ones, the Pitmasters, and now we have Barbecue Brawl and some other ones that happen. How true is the competition out there? I mean, is it legit? Are we seeing kind of a true deal on television like we see at the end?
A lot of it's show, right? It is what it is, right? But who they bring, from my experience, I started doing these shows about 10 years ago. I think it was American Grilled on Destination America, some show. That's the very first one. And then all these producer people, they're all the same, from Cooking Channel, Travel Channel. They're all the same people. So it seemed like every couple of years they'd invite me to do one, right? And so it's been like that for years, and then you do a show like I did a show, Man Fire Food, which wasn't a competition, but it was like showcasing what I did, which is a lot of fun too. But when you go to the competitive part of it on TV, it's like, hurry up, talk about what you're doing. Here's a time frame. So it's like, you're competing against your competitor, but you're competing against that clock. And it's also, you got someone in your face saying, hey, talk, say what you're doing. What are you doing? And you just want to say, like, get out of my way. Let me cook. Let me do my thing. Right. So a lot of it's like, you're fighting the clock. You're fighting, what you think you can do in an allotted amount of time, which is very difficult. It's very difficult. Like, I mean, competitive barbecue, you guys do the same stuff, but when you start narrowing this stuff down to 15, 20 minutes, hey, make an appetizer, make whatever in X amount of time, and you got all these ideas, can you execute that, right? And so it's you're not worrying about what your competitor is doing, it's worrying about what you can execute in that lot amount of time, which is very difficult. That's what I have found in the last 10 years doing these TV shows is to execute in that time frame. It's very difficult, and because you want to showcase all this shit, right? I can do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. But dude, you're gonna look like an asshole because you're not going to be able to finish it, right? You're not gonna be able to do it because it goes by, you're like 15 minutes go, and then all of a sudden 3 minutes, you're like, oh shit, 3 minutes. I got, but it's fun. I mean, that's the fun part about it, right? But I'll tell you what, the competition in Barbecue Brawl this year has been, I mean, we're all friends now on social media and stuff, text and stuff. We go back and forth, everybody was, awesome. And I just keep in contact with all these people because I look up to them. And
does Brad text back?
No, he doesn't. But he'll send me he'll send me thumbs up on Instagram. He'll give me a thumbs up, but he won't text back. Right?
I'm just messing. We love Brad, man. He's and I love Brad. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Go watch the show. You can find it on Food Network on Sundays. Comes on, I think 8:00 Central, maybe 7:00 Central. But there it is, right there. Oh shit! Who's that little guy on the left there?
Oh, that's me right here.
There you go. That's before you got on Yellowstone.
Here you go. That's funny.
Very nice. Very nice. Look at these. These are like the beginnings of what we're seeing at the end product now, huh?
Yeah. This is the rig that Mill Scale built for us. You know, I wanted a offset smoker with open fire capabilities. And, you know, my rig is the first one. You know, now everybody has open fire capabilities on their side. You know, so mine was a prototype, and I'm excited because, you know, why wouldn't you want to be able to do other things than just smoke meat, right? Why wouldn't you want to grill or cook cabritos or you know, do whatever on the other side where normally just carried wood, right? Why wouldn't you want to do? Yeah. So good stuff.
Well, these setups like you do. You know, live fire,
that was
open fire.
That was on Man Fire Food right there.
Yeah, it's Man Fire Food, girl.
So that's the first day that I met Art was on this
that's
show.
Right. That's right.
So my wife and his wife are friends, like I said earlier, and she invited, you know, they had been talking about how we both cook and we needed to meet and whatnot. And well, for this show, they were kind of filming like a birthday party for one of his kids. So it's like, hey, you know, my friends invited us to the birthday party, blah, blah, but it's a TV show. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we go, and man, if you watch that episode,
we're
in it at the end where everybody's eating and shit. And they're like, don't look at the camera. Whatever you do, don't look at the camera. And I'm like, fuck it. I was like, fuck, do it again.
Did you say 7, Eddie, or did you give him a 10?
Man, food was fucking cold. Like it had been
cold. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
You know,
terrible.
like he said,
it's all for the shot. It's all for the shot. Yeah. But that's TV, man. That's TV. Yeah.
Ty put him up there, but man, you won some money there. It was that 5K right there.
Oh yeah, there's a few bucks, you know.
A few bucks. That's really cool. But those are neat. So you've been on a few shows. You've been doing this, like you said, for 10 years on television shows. What kind of advice would you give to somebody that maybe wants to do something like this? Who do they contact? What can they do to get noticed? That kind of deal.
You know, that's a really good question. If that's something you want to do, I mean, there's lots of avenues through social media and stuff like that. I mean, the producers and things like that, they're always looking. They're always looking for. I think the main thing is to be original, be yourself. Don't try to pretend to be your favorite cooker or your favorite. You just be you and have fun, you know. And I think that draws people in, you know, because I think now we're this barbecue TV from, you know, Pitmasters to all the way where we are right now with barbecue Brawl. It's an evolution of stuff, right? It's still changing, but they're looking for characters is what I'm like kind of seeing, right? You know, they portrayed me as the farmer rancher. Am I a rancher? No, man. You know, but it
what
is.
Was your title? What's your title?
They put the farmer, the rancher. You know, like because I wear a cowboy hat. You know, like come on, man. Like you know, but that's fine. You know, I raise animals, so it's kind of true. But you know, I don't have some 1,000-acre ranch, man. I don't. You know, I wish I did. Maybe one day I will. But they're looking for characters, and I think they're looking for someone that can relate to other folks, right? So it's like, hey, so you get, hey, I like Arturo, or I like Brad, or I like, I like whoever, you know, as far as like I can relate to that person, right? So that's what they're trying to showcase a little bit more, the individual, you know. So that I think right now it's even easier. Just be yourself and be fun, and don't try to be something you're not, right? And just do your thing, make some great food, and you'll have a good chance, you know.
100%. Eddie, I feel like he'd be a good one.
Oh God, I can't wait for him to get on. I'm done doing this show. I want him to get on.
What you just asked him, what advice he has, man. I've asked him that since I met him. I'm like, man, I'm just fucking shy, bro. Now I'm a little better, you know, being on this show and whatnot. But fuck, dude, I was fucking shy. I mean, you remember the first time I was on the show, I could barely say anything, you know. So, but yeah.
No, the thing about Eddie is he's freaking hilarious. Like he's got a really good sense of humor. You know what I mean? But you gotta get to know him. But when he showcases that's TV gold, baby. You're gonna get a chance, Papa. You're gonna get a chance. You wait. I can't wait. You're gonna get a chance, and I can sit back and be like, I already did it. Now it's Eddie's turn. I want to see Eddie out there.
Like I love what Brad understands television. He's been on a few different shows, and he was. Spoiler alert! It's just on episode 1, but Brad got picked last of all the contestants. All the contestants. Brad was picked last, and he cooked the chicken dish, and they're like, "What do you call this?" And he was like, "Call that last pick chicken." And so that's what they want to see. They want to see some confidence. Brad rolling there with some confidence, with some attitude. He's very sure of himself, as he should be. He's a world champion many times over. He's a winner of all these events. And the fact that, other people watching was like, man, what an ass. That guy's an ass. And it was like, no, he's just confident. And as he rightfully should be. So, Brad, I loved it, bro. And best of luck to him on the show. Best of luck to you on this show. We don't know how it's going to turn out. We're not going to say anything because we don't know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But we don't know how it's going to turn out. But yeah, absolutely. And if there are any producers watching, come at us, Eddie and I. Let's go. Let's go, bro. We're ready. We're made for television. Let's do this as well. No, this has been fun, man. But anything that we didn't mention, because we still have some a little time in the show. We still got about 30-40 minutes left in the show, Art. But I'm going to give you some time want you to think about what we do on this show. Is we do this Mount Rushmore, people that have inspired you, and you have a unique deal. We have a lot of comp guys on this show, but you're different kind of you're still barbecue, but a different style of barbecue. So maybe you're Mount Rushmore. These are people that have maybe helped you along the way, inspired you to be where you are right now. You're going to have 4 people you put on the mountain. You got 1 in the gift shop on the floor. He's got a nice little bobblehead. Didn't quite make it up on the mountain, but he's got a cool bobblehead. And then we call this thing the barbecue homies. And these are people that you want to cook next to or be a part of. Maybe you're doing an event and you gotta have this guy with you because he's your barbecue homie. And then Eddie can explain the gumball.
Okay. So the gumball is the motherfucker you call when your first homie don't answer.
Well, my first homie don't answer.
Too busy. Yeah. So if whoever your first homie is, man, if he's not available, then you're like, man, well, fuck, let me call this other guy. So that'll be your gumball. Okay. But we'll start off with the Mount Rushmore.
Well, you ain't got to think about that just yet.
Okay.
Because I want you to think about it. We sprung that on you. Normally, we give you a little time to think about it.
I gave him a heads up today. I told him.
Okay. Yeah, you get a little bit of a heads up.
Well, you ready to do it?
Well, I now I kind of understand. I mean, I could. I think I could. But
all right, let's do it.
Okay.
And then after that, you're going to get a unique opportunity to rate some competition barbecue boxes.
Oh, so nice.
This is going to be a good time. We do this segment called Rate My Box. So we'll do all of that here in just a minute. But Ty's going to play some awesome music. And then we're going to hear your Mount Rushmore. And then right after that, we'll go and, you'll do your gift shop guy. And then we'll do your homies. We'll talk some. All right. What's up, Anthony?
Fantastic.
All right, the floor is yours, man. Who's on Art Ramon's Mount Rushmore?
Oh, Mount Rushmore. I mean, first and foremost, for me, for what I do, it's got to be Mallman, right? It's got to be Francis Mallman. Just because, just what he's inspired me as far as, I've learned more from him as far as open fire cooking and the love and the patience and stuff like that. And he's got a romance about him with fire that I really, really grab hold to, that I really love. So Mallman being number 1, right? Right under him would be, who introduced me to him, would be Jeff Bannister, who I did Boba Noche with up in South Carolina. And I think he's retired. He's in Spain somewhere, just chilling out. But, he showed me all the ways of open fire cooking. And he pretty much told me, hey, dude, what you're doing, what you've been doing, and like Mexico and in South Texas and Cabritos, that's open fire. I didn't even know what I was doing, but that was considered, you know what I mean? So Jeff Bannister being number 2. Then I have to transition a little bit on the barbecue side, right? Roy, I'm sorry, Roy from Kreitz is one of my heroes. I've looked up to him for a long time. I've gotten to cook with him. I've cooked A5 Wagyu briskets with that guy, you know, and so he would have to be right there in the barbecue side.
Roy Perez.
Yes, Roy Perez. Yes, yeah. He's up there with me, man. And you know, I think the other one that I look up to on that level would be Ernest, man. You know, I've cooked with him several times, and I remember him. You know, I knew where he was going. I knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah.
You know, he's just such a fucking badass and such a beautiful human being, and his flavors are amazing. He likes what we like South Texas. You know, like it's that cultural thing. You know, where we're getting do mollejas and tripas and stuff like that. Where other barbecue pitmasters are like, what is that? Like, you know, so I kind of have a connection with that. You know, so I think that would be, as of right now, my list of true badasses.
Francis, Jeff Bannister, Roy Perez, Ernest Cervantes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, who's in the gift shop? Who almost made it on the mountain, man? Who's got a cool ass bobblehead?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
First bobblehead. I want one of those.
100%. Because he's going to be on that mountain for me, you know. But he's still, you know, I'm a lot older than him, so he's getting there, and he's already there. But he's about to knock the door down, and I'm just.
And he's not even 25 yet, bro.
I know. Can you believe it? How handsome that young son of a bitch is. So. No, yeah,
it's all downhill though.
It's all downhill. No, Eddie's right there, and I'm just so proud of what he's doing and what he's about to accomplish. And it's like I want to take that back seat and just watch this kid fucking kill it. You know, so
appreciate it,
brother. Awesome. Absolutely.
What a great Mount Rushmore. Francis, please talk. What's his last name again?
I'm sorry.
Who was your first?
Francis Mallman.
Mallman. All right.
Yeah.
And very nice. So he kind of showed you what you were doing with the open fire kind of stuff.
Yeah, 7 Fires. I mean, if you're not familiar with Francis Mallman, he's got several books out. He lives in Patagonia. He's classically trained from France as a chef. But he's like the godfather of open fire cooking in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, let's talk about your barbecue homie, man. Who's this barbecue homie?
Yeah. Well, God dang it. Now we're back to Eddie. Because my barbecue homie's Eddie, because I lean on him when it's true barbecue questions. I mean, Eddie helps me out a lot on events. You know, we've catered for 800-900 people. We've catered for weddings. We've done 100 people, 300 people. But when it's actual true barbecue, when people ask me, hey, I need brisket, I need pork ribs, I need, you know, I always go back to Eddie, you know, or beef cheeks like we killed the other day. You know, I know Eddie knows what the hell he's talking about. And I don't know why I doubt myself so much, but I just need the reassurance of Eddie. So it's like, because he's doing this every weekend, I don't get to see him that much because, hey, where are you? I'm over here. Over here. That guy's all over the place, you know? So, you know, sorry, Eddie, to throw it back to you, but kind of, you're my barbecue homie. And that's just it. I don't have, there's somebody else. I don't have anybody else. It's going to be me. It's like, I call Eddie, and then if I have any questions, I have to figure that shit out by myself.
No, I appreciate it, brother.
You probably just pissed somebody off in the barbecue.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Well, there you go. He has no gumball. It's Eddie. Right there.
Sorry, man. He just, you know, I've seen his progression and where he's going, and you know, at first I thought I was showing him. Now he's showing me. So it's just pretty fucking cool, you know.
Absolutely, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. Well, this has been great getting to know you, Arturo, and just kind of seeing what you know, I didn't know you had been in shows for that long, you know. It's because you look different. When Eddie showed that, or when Ty showed that first picture, I was like, who's that? I was like, what are we showing, some random dudes on this with Myron? I was like, oh shit, that's you. Yeah. And now you've adapted to this Rip character.
Hey,
that's
man,
what people want.
I'll speak for him on this one. Man, Rip stole the fucking shit from him. This motherfucker's been like that since I met him. Rip just fucking came up out of nowhere trying to take my boy's fucking swag.
Oh, it's fine. It's
All right,
fine.
there it was. He spoke for you.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate that.
Rip stole that look from you, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good, you know.
You know that boy can't even light a fire, though, right?
Oh, he can't light a fire. You know, it's fine.
But all right, what's your Pit's name?
Beth.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because that show just come out. It just come out, and the folks at Mill Scale were like, "Hey, we got to name this thing." And I'm like, you know, it's Big Bertha. Like, and Matt and Caleb were like, "Hey, no, just like, it's got to be a girl, and it's got to be like the baddest bee like ever." I'm like, and the only thing I could think of was like, man, I just watched this show, and this chick is like nuts, and she's like, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Like, this is, you know, the show wasn't popular, no, you know what I mean? And now it's like, and then this whole thing is like, okay, cool. It seems like it was, you know, full circle type thing, but it's kind of funny
name,
now.
bro.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I know. It worked out.
Beth is the Pit's name. Awesome.
Beth is a fucking bad bitch.
Very cool. All right.
We're allowed to cuss on this show, Art.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I
baddest
didn't
bee.
know.
Yeah, Eddie cussed. He cussed. All right. Well, cool. All right. So we talked about you and what you do with the open fire. You know, everything you got going on, potential business. Hopefully, you know that in Fredericksburg. We talked about the show, what you're doing on right now with Food Network and Barbecue Brawl. You know, Barbecue Homie, your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Did we leave anything out, Eddie? You know him personally. Anything?
Man, I think we kind of touched on everything.
All right. And before we let you get out of here, which is going to happen in about 30 minutes, we'll let you give some shout outs to anybody you want to beforehand. But what we're going to do right now for the last 30 minutes of this show is we're going to do this segment we call Rate My Box, to where people submit competition boxes, right?
Okay.
They submit competition boxes to the show to producer Ty. Producer Ty is going to show them on air. The Gooder Gang will have about 10 seconds to put their scores in. 10 is excellent. 9 is very good.
Okay.
8 is fair. And 7 is poor and personal. If you give an 8 or a 7 to the box, please explain why, maybe what turned you off about it.
Okay.
9. This goes for you and the Gooder Gang, because sometimes they give a 7 or an 8 and they don't say nothing. They just say 7. Eddie's one of the
You don't have to be nice, bro. If it looks like shit, it fucking looks like shit.
If it looks like we'll all know it from the get go. But Ty, as Ty mentioned earlier, we got a few boxes in here. So if he wants to come on here and tell us how many we got, we can.
Yeah, we got 13 boxes. A lot of good boxes that popped in today, and some new names too. So thanks for sending those in.
New names. I love it, guys. We do the show each and every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. If you're still watching right now on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. We appreciate that. And Art, I know you got a big social media follow, or do you? Do you have a big social media following?
Who, me? No, I mean not too much.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not real popular. Like some of these guys I was in that show with, they've hundreds of thousands.
2 million. That one dude.
He only has like 22,000 followers.
That's not a lot compared to these other fools.
Bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Lisa says, "You better be nice. I'm watching." I don't think she's talking to me or Art. I think she's talking to you.
She ain't talking to me.
All right, Ty. Let's see that first box, bro. Let's go.
Right. Gotta get a little closer to there.
All right, he's got to get up. He's on the phone. Right there. All right, Gooder Gang, do your thing. Once they start chiming in, Art, you'll be the first one today on this first box. You're going to be the first one, but don't do it yet.
Okay.
Again, 10 excellent, 9 very good, 8 is fair, and 7 are poor. All right, ZZ Top Fan first in with a 10. All right, y'all be quick. We got 40K still in, an hour and a half in. 9. What's up, Pete? Peter did very well in New Mexico. I saw he did very well out there. Very good. What's up, Pete? We got 10, 9, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9. All right. Go ahead, Art. You're the first. You're the guest of the evening.
I appreciate it. I want to eat that. I'll give that a 9 all day. I think that's good.
All right, 9.
Yeah.
Eddie, go ahead, bro.
Man, I'd like the breast facing, closer to the bottom, but it doesn't look bad. I'll give it a 9.
I'll also give it a 9. Flip that bird forward. Again, I'm not, you guys know me. I'm not a wingtip fan, especially when they cover the breast like they do here.
Hey, when you guys say flip that, can you explain that to me? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Right now, the thigh is forward, and we're looking at the back of the chicken.
Oh, okay. If
you're really wanting to showcase this bird, you don't want to do that. You don't want to see the thigh in the spine, right? You want to flip that forward, and we want to see the breast.
That makes sense.
That's what you want.
Because most people are going to go in for the breast, right? So
Right.
you have to go over the box, over the whole chicken. Versus, man, if the breast is facing you,
God
man, you
dang
cut
it.
into it right there.
Fucking science, you guys.
That's a 9. All right, next box. I'll let Eddie go last. I'll go first, and Art will go second. But first, let's let the Gooder gang go through here.
Are those burn ends in the front? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting a 9 Twisted D. Stephen Pfeiffer's in the house. 10 from Pete. 9 ZZ Top. Seen that box. 10 Sean Trainer. 9 Nicho. 9 Firebox. Firebox in North Texas. What's up, guys? I don't know if they're from North Texas. That's the only time I've seen them.
So, man, I think he was asking if I decided where I was going this weekend, but I still haven't. I don't know where I'm going yet. Either Mesquite or Kennedale.
Eddie's a grown-ass man. He ain't going to tell you. Saw this box early on Facebook. 9. All right, 9, 8. I said I'd go first here. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm going to give it a 9. It just doesn't scream 10 to me. Whenever I see a 10, I know it's a 10. To me, this is a 9. Go ahead, Art. What you think?
I agree with you. I mean, I doesn't think it screams a 10, but I do want to rub that burn in all over my ass and nipples. Hey, look, I want to try that. It looks fucking delicious, man. And maybe it's just a phone, and maybe I'm a little drunk. I don't know, but I want to bite of that. So I'll get 9 all day. We'll
all right, Eddie, what you thinking, bro?
And I don't like the small slices. I feel like they need to reach both sides of the box. Man, I'm gonna go 8 on this one. I don't like the color either. Kind of looks a little, I don't know. Not a big fan of this one.
Okay.
All righty. Let's look at these comments here. They're coming in late here. We've got an 8 from Andy. Steven, 5. You can't give a 5, Steven. 8. The burn ends weight the same as the slices from G-Walt. 9. Lorenzo. He's from Fort Worth. Firebox, excuse me. Brandon Perriman, he ain't making no commitments. Yeah, that's talking about Eddie. Michael Gracia. 9. Lisa. 8. Michelle Martinez. That's Amp Cookers, if you don't know. And Rachel Tarjak with an 8. All right, with that, well, I see a lot of new names. Thank y'all for watching. We are close to 50. We're growing. People love this Rate My Box, Eddie. All right, next. Get Up, Chucky. Absolutely.
Oh.
Who said that?
Sorry, that was me.
That was
all right. Yeah, we do poker face, Art.
Sorry, but
poker face. I'll go first again. We'll do the same order. Art second, Eddie last. Let's see what the Gooder gang. Oh, Brandon, that was his box. Finished 4th. Brandon, it wasn't bad. I gave it a 9. Just didn't scream 10 for me. 8 on Stephen Pfeiffer on this rib box. 8 again, Pfeiffer. Renee Sanchez, Double S Smokers gives it a 10. Overturn the brisket. Okay, he's admitting it, or he's agreeing with you, Eddie. At least that's what. Mark Lambert, Sweet Swine of Mine, with a 9 on this one. What's up, Mark? That's a world. champion multiple times. What's up, Mark? Good to see you on here. Lorenzo Rodriguez, 9. ZZ Top Fan, 9. Peter, 10. 8. Failed Jenga. Yeah, maybe. I see what you mean. 9. All right, 9. A lot of 9s, a couple 10s, a lot of 8s as well. I love ribs. Y'all know that. I'm a rib champ. Again, this doesn't scream 10 for me. It actually doesn't even scream a 9. It looks kind of jumbled, looks kind of messy. I do love the bass boating. I can see the pepper. I can see what we're trying to do here. It just didn't execute well enough for me. Got to give it an 8. Art, you're up, bro.
I agree with you, but I'm not a competitive judge. I don't know. I want to eat that though. I know that's a good rib. Yeah. So I know I'm probably overshooting this because competitively, but I think that's 9 all day because I know that's a damn good rib.
Yeah, we're just trying to help them present a better box.
Yeah, see,
that's what we're trying to do on this show.
That's out of my wheelhouse. I'm just want to eat all this shit.
I guarantee you that tastes good. I bet it's somebody's going to come back and say that was first place.
Yes.
Somewhere down like Eddie. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go also with an 8. It's not terrible. I mean, it's almost there. Yeah, I'm gonna go 8. That's really close to a 9 though.
I love the toenails. I love everything about it. Other than it didn't execute well for me.
I like the meaty ribs on top though.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Somebody gonna tell us first place all day long, and I bet it was.
I bet.
All right, next box, Ty. Man, okay. I do have comments on this one. I'll go second. Art, you can go first. Eddie, you can go last because you are a brisket boy. I like the toes up. I like the way they presented it. Gacho Bad Barbecue. The way they did it with the toes up in front, and that first layer was toes down. That's the way I present mine, and it works for me. First and Hemp said suckers. That was G Waltz. Told you somebody gonna say that was number 1. 8 from Pfeiffer. 8 Too Dark Twisted D. Perriman 8. Pfeiffer said Eddie Morales sucks. I want to hear what Lambert thinks of this box if he's still watching here. 8 Lorenzo, less fat on first slice, would have been a 10 for Lorenzo. 8 Too Dark, Knees Au Jus. AJ George killing it right now. 8. I said it again, killing it. 8 Lisa. All right, looks over. Sean. All right, Art, I said you're first on here. What'd you think? Take that comment down. Let's see.
I'll tell you what, for some reason, it reminds me of my ex-wife. Something about that first little piece right there. Once again, it's probably very tasty, but I'm learning as I go. I'll give this a solid 8.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 9. I do like the symmetry of all of these. However, it looks dry, and I gotta tell you guys, the first thing that needs to happen here is that foil. What is going on with the foil? And I know we don't rate this stuff, but everything matters on appearance here. You got to have your foil straight, guys. And look at this. Please take that comment off, Ty, please. Look what's going on the left side and the right side and the very back. It is all over the place. Set that foil in there correctly, and then it won't even take my eyes away from it. Like my eyes immediately go there. It looks dry on there. I think I already scored a 9. It looks good because the symmetry is perfect, but it's a 9. Could have been a 10 easily with a little more au jus and foil work. Eddie,
man.
Symmetry. It is a big word.
I mean, the size of the slices, everything looks cool, but it's going to be a 7 for me. Man, it looks really dry. It looks really dark for some reason. And it's like they only tossed the first slice and maybe the second and third, and then they just forgot about the rest or ran out of time or something. But, man, we need to clean this one up a little bit. I mean, it has potential. It does.
It does.
Maybe I don't understand why it's so dark.
Yeah, I was a little generous, but Mark Lambert gave it an 8. Sergio says dry. Is that gravy? Michael. Renee Sanchez, 8. All right, next box, Ty. Are you enjoying this, Art? This is what we do on this show, bro.
It's fantastic.
And again, we're just trying to help. We're just trying to help these guys with appearance scores. Obviously, we can't taste it. We don't know the texture.
Yeah.
But we can help ourselves at the very beginning 100%. In a competition with appearance, man. And you don't want to lose points on appearance, so this is what we try to do.
Absolutely.
All right, Art, you're going to go first in this rib box.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Once again, I want to eat all this shit. I got to be a little, it's not, I'm a little out of my wheelhouse as far as judging.
No.
I don't understand. Is that typical, like ribs going that way?
So you can do them each way. And CBA, KCBS, you can do them each way. If it were KCBS, you would see some greenery on there. I'd love to see a KCBS box.
Right.
Yeah. So, but bro, you were just on a show that focuses on appearance, right? This is presentation is everything.
This looks a little, for me, a little disheveled, but I might be wrong. They look tasty. They look, I'm not in front of a huge screen, but I want to eat one of these guys, but
Hey, Art, before you give it your score, this is what we do in CBA or in IBCA in Texas. These are judges off the street, right? So they don't know competition barbecue. We don't give them any instruction. We don't give them what to look for. Okay. If it looks great to you, it's 10, 9, 8, 7. And if it tastes great, it's 10, 9, 8, 7. So this is just appearance. So,
just appearance. I'll give it a 9 on this one. They look good. It seems a little disheveled in the way it was placed in the box,
All right, Eddie.
Man, it's probably an IBCA box, so they kind of have no choice on how you can set up your ribs. Some of them you have to go, parallel with the hinge. Well, actually, no, IBCA changed it.
Yeah, they changed that.
However you want.
You can do it up
so,
and down.
Probably a Lone Star or something, Outlaw, whatever. But
could be. Yep.
It is a little dark. I'll give it a very low 9.
That was higher than I thought for Mr. Eddie Morales. I don't see any bass boat, and I'm gonna give it an 8. A little dark, and it may be the lighting. I'm sorry. I do love the pullback on these bones. So I bet it's tender. Those toenails are prominent and great. They're just sloppy. So I can give it an 8.
Call them toenails.
Sorry. Little 8, little dark, little sloppy. Little sauce. All right. Next tie. Sorry. Lambert, world champion, gave it a 9. No. Hey, there you go. We need to get Lambert back on the show. It's been a while since Mark Lambert has been on the show. Sweet swine of mine. Multiple time world champion. All right. This is a damn whole chicken in a box right here. I love it. Gooder Gang, do your thing. Again, this is definitely a CBA box. Because you can do whatever the hell you want in CBA as long as it's not pulled or chunked. Eddie's getting soft. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, if I give a bad score, I'm too mean. Now I fucking give a decent score, I'm too soft. What the fuck?
CB, Dirty Smoke in the house. Damn, did the lid close? Yeah, obviously it did. It got scored. 10 just for fitting that whole spatchcock bird in a box. 9 on the 3.9 bird. Twisted D. 8 Team Wingtip ZZ Top fan. I mean, what does a wingtip do other than maybe be a toothpick for you once you're done eating? 9 Nicho. I'm gonna go last on this bird. Art. We just lost Art for a minute.
Is he back?
Eddie, what you thinking?
I'm thinking exactly what my wife said.
Looks like a shy chicken.
It's like covering its nipples, closing its legs. Like saying, no, I never done this before. It's my first time.
Stop.
Dirty, so dirty.
But man, I like what this cook is.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I like what this cook's been doing. I know who it is, and
are you sure this is okay, Eddie?
Man, I don't mind it, bro. Like, I kind of want to spread its legs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
A wingtip server
I'm gonna
perfect
go-
for
I'm gonna
not
go
making
nine
the
on
bird
it,
look
man.
tarded.
I'm gonna go
All
nine.
right. I know her, says Lorenzo. A dirty bird nipples.
Dirty
That's
bird.
Carlos, is not Carl's. Damn it. We weren't supposed to go there. Art, what you thinking, bro?
Yeah, it's solid 10. I want to make sweet love to this bird.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a fucking beautiful bird. I don't know what it's doing to me, but it's like showing me something, and I don't know. I like it. It looks fucking fantastic, and I know it's good. The wing is it's offering me something. I'm not sure. I like it. I like it. It's 10.
All right. I can't give it a 10. It's not screaming 10. I need better execution if you're doing this
I'm with
whole
you.
bird here.
I'm with you.
I get it. I get what you're trying to do. I'm gonna give it a 9 though. I do like it. I don't hate it. But I can't give it
It'll be a 10 eventually. And shout out to
This
Carl
this
for-
is like
for
your
starting
first
this.
or second try on this.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking here.
Shout out to Carl for starting this.
Yeah,
what seems like it's going to
trendsetter.
be a new trend because apparently
Trendsetter
this ain't Carl's box. So that's cool.
Ty, you get in and judge. I got to go kick the tires, but you get to judge for me the next box. I'll be right back.
All right, next box. Here we go. So you said you wanted to see he said you wanted to see a KCBS box. So someone from the Gooder Gang sent in a KCS box real quick. All right, Gooder Gang, do your thing on this box. Kinky bird. I mean, that is true. Like you literally start looking at some of this stuff. Like I was saying earlier, my algorithm is either food or some kind of RV or pit barbecue or camping shit. You know, because I do the equipment, and I'm always looking at tents for my son's swim team. So if it's not food, it's cooking stuff or big ass barbecues or. I've been looking at Big Mo's barbecue stuff lately on my algorithm, but yeah. Love that whole hog stuff like that Rob talks about in Memphis in May. Man, that's cool stuff y'all do. Like you said that this is not like your thing.
Yeah.
But like seeing that stuff, that's like a whole other world, I think, at least to me, than what I'm used to seeing at this competition cooks.
This motherfucker cooked we cooked fucking, how many was it, Art? 6?
Yeah, 6 pigs in the steer rack.
6 pigs on the fucking big ass steer rack. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah.
9 from ZZ Top.
Hey guys, this is pork loin, right?
This is money muscle. It's
money muscle.
Oh, money muscle. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's from the pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder. Yeah, that's good.
So what do y'all think about this comment? Would have liked a little pulled. So do you, Eddie, do you always do an assortment or do you do maybe just line these up?
Man, I just do money muscles. I don't do any pulled. I don't cook enough pork to do pulled. I only cook money.
Gotcha.
I'm not a big fan of pulled. I don't think it looks good. But I mean, it does.
You can make it look. It can go real bad. When it looks good, I think it looks good, but I don't know how to do that. But most of it kind of looks rough.
People, don't get me wrong. People win with it all the time, but
right.
Man, I don't want to waste my time fucking with it.
But, all right, I don't see many comments coming in, but to me, this I'll just go ahead and give you my score for this box. To me, this is a 10, just because. I don't know, probably because I'm a dishwasher, but it just looks good, presented well. It's almost perfectly symmetrical as far as it seems like it's all. What is this 2? Is this 2 money muscles? I guess, or
that's
what?
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah. Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, shit. I give this a 10.
Yeah. Art.
I'm with you. I think that looks wonderful. I think it looks awesome. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it in my humble opinion. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a solid 10.
Yeah.
I do see where Michelle mentioned that first slice. All the other ones look great, but I can't fault this. I don't like that leafy lettuce on the bottom, but I'm not gonna score that. I like kale. It's a little darker, looks better, makes the meat pop. 10 though. This is a 10 for me.
That's all 10s.
Oh, we got all 10.
Yeah, whoever. Oh shit! Come on. How we?
Poker face, Eddie.
How sway?
Sorry.
Poker face, bro.
Sorry.
Well, this is what I was going. This is exactly why I showed these two back to back, because, like, you can see sometimes it looks rough. You know, I know we're supposed to do poker face, but these meats can look completely different when presented in the different section bodies, because I guess the background you have.
Is that my Cheetos? What is that?
But this is what you're going to get as you're a judge. You sometimes can get a perfect box in front of you and then follow it up by this, or vice versa. You're going to get this box and then you're going to have to follow it up with another box. And not saying we haven't given our scores here yet, but Gooder Gang, do your thing. Some of the scores are coming in. 7, that's a hot mess. Damn, 7. Stephen Pfeiffer in the pool. Nipples hanging out. Peter 9, or Peter said damn. He didn't even give a score. That's a hot mess. Dog food, terrible. Alan Roski, that's a new name. Welcome to the show, bro. We do this show each and every Wednesday 8 o'clock, and we do rate my boxes every week. 7, I hate to agree with Eddie. Wish it was good. It left 19th in Vegas. Oh, that was Sam's box in Vegas. Sam, do some kale, bro. I think that would help your score. 7 looks like a mess. Probably got first. Maybe. Whoa, come on. 7. There's better ways to fill the box. 7, Michelle. All right, I'll go first here. I mean, it's not screaming anything other than a 7 for me right here. There's no definition from the pulled to the chunks to the slices that you're trying to present here. Man, if you put just them slices there, I'm at least talking a 9 for you right now. The pulled and chunks did not help this box at all. Foil's great though, I'll give you that. But yeah, I'll give it a 7. Sorry. Art, go ahead.
I fucking love this. I know it's a little bit of a mess. I get, but god dang, I go back to. I know all that food in that box is fucking delicious, man, and that's what I keep focusing on, because part of me is like, it's about the shot. No, it's about the food, right? It's about the flavor, but it's not what we're doing. I get it, so I gotta give him a 9. I'm sorry, I gotta give him a 9. I like.
Hey, you know what? And this
that's good.
And this
that's
is
the beauty of what we do
go ahead.
every week.
Go ahead,
bro.
Eddie.
We got people that don't compete and that, man, they're just gonna judge up based off what they think and how they like it.
Yeah,
and that's exactly why.
You give me a fucking corn tortilla and I grab all those little chunks right there, little chili piquin. Fuck, that's some great food right there.
That's
so how
exactly
am I gonna give? Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
It's harder than everything else.
No, I know you guys are. God,
hey, he makes a great point. He probably saw that other stuff that's perfect and be like, okay. But he sees this and he's like,
I want that.
Let's dig in right now.
And think about that at the next competition. But all that being said, and yes, at least they tried, but they didn't try hard enough. I'm gonna go 7.
So,
all right, we got just a couple more minutes left in the show. How many boxes left with Ty?
I would say though, man, if you would have just done the monies, I think you would have looked a lot better, and it probably scored well.
I gave it a 9 with just the monies.
4 boxes left.
All right, let's pick your best one. We're gonna do a 2-hour show. We're gonna get Art and Eddie and myself out of here, and you too, Ty. Pick your next best box. And thank you to the Gooder Gang for sticking in for 2 full hours. We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new to here, we do this show each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central. We have wonderful guests like Art Ramon. We got producer Ty and Eddie here along with myself. And we have a next guest next weekend is Grant Pinkerton, owner and founder of Pinkerton's Barbecue. Memphis in May, beef champion, whole hog competitor, and a top 10 finisher, top 5 finisher, actually. All right. Was that Brandon? Was this your box, Brandon? Glad y'all loved my box and checked CBA pork standings.
He takes everything so fucking personal.
All right, let's check the standings since he asked us to. So,
all I know is that I'm 5th and in pork. So That's what my standings are showing. I think
Eddie Morales is 5th in pork. Bullhorn is 9th in pork, and Always Forward is 10th. All right, so we did check it, Brandon. And we're both sitting ahead of you right now. Hence our scores. I'm just fucking with you, Brandon. Hey, you know what? Art loved it.
I love it.
All right, there we go.
This makes me want to light a fire right now and cook some shit.
All right. All right, this is Ty's best box. Sean Trainer said, damn, checkmate.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon, we love you. You know it. He says, I love Eddie Madrano. That's not Eddie Madrano, bro.
Man, I love Brandon, bro.
That's Eddie Morales.
Brandon's my dog. I love him. And if I didn't, I wouldn't talk shit to him all the time. So when I stop
Stephen
talking
Pfeiffer,
to you, Brandon, that means I don't like you anymore.
Stephen Pfeiffer 9. Michelle Martinez from AMP. G-Walt 9. Trim the fat on the front slice, and it's a 10 all day. Amorowski, straighten out the slices, but he still gives it a 9. Twisted D 9. The other Eddie. Eddie spelled E-D-D-Y. 9, ZZ Top fan. AJ George, dang, it's really close, but I gotta say 9. So I guess he's close to being a 10. Eddie will go last. Art, you'll go second, and I'll go first on this box here. 9, just because it fell apart in the back. Yeah, it's a little. I see what you're talking about, Firebox. I see what everybody's talking about here. Okay. Pull that comment, please, Ty. You know, we've talked about this on the show, and I can't not let it go with it because we've talked about it on the show. That stringy fat, I like fat if it were like that whole white fat here, but this stringy fat is just not a good bite for me. Trim it off, would have been a 10. Somebody else said it. I can't remember who. It's a 9 for me. But, yeah, you trim that off. It's a 10 all day. It looks great. I do like what you did with the au jus. The full box is perfect. This is a fucking perfect competition box. But can't give it a 10 because we are what we do on the show. This is a 9 for me, almost a 10. Art, you're next.
I have to agree with you. I mean, even from my phone here, I could see that smoke ring. I can see that bark. The only thing is that little bit of fat on the bottom, even though I want to eat that. But presentation-wise, I think that just taking that out, lining it up a little bit straighter, it's a 10. But I'll give it a 9.
We're making him a comp cook now, Eddie. Damn. He's like, I want that pork all day long. But look at the fat on this brisket. No, I can't give it a 10.
Can't. But I know what y'all are talking about now. I see what y'all are looking at. I see it.
Happy birthday to who? Raymond, and welcome to the show. You might be on the wrong show, though. I don't know whose birthday it is. Go ahead, Eddie.
I feel like this needle that they used was probably too long, and it went into the fat seam because it's like that injection pocketed in between the fat. That's why it looks like that. It looks all gooey and slimy and shit. I usually don't mind the fat, but this one I definitely mind it, and it doesn't look appealing to me. I don't want to eat it. That being said, man, fuck, it would have. And I'll give it a 9. Just that injection pocket in between the fat, it just doesn't look good at all.
All right, so Eddie, you're saying you trim it? It's a 10.
Man, trim it. It's a fucking 9.5.
I said trim it. It's a 10. Art, what'd you say?
Trim it. It's a 10 for me.
All right, there we go. All right.
I guess trim it. It's a 10. Take one burn in out. Let's give me 6, 7. I don't like it.
All right.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, make that a little bit. Hey, they're fine. I doesn't even take it. But look at that full job. That's what I'm talking about. On a full job, boys and girls.
It's a good full job. Yeah,
perfect. To where we don't even notice it. I only notice it because it's perfect. But that's it. All right. Ty, thank you very much for all those boxes. Gooder Gang, thank you very much for sending in those boxes. Art Ramon, thank you very much. You've been a great guest. Thank you for being a first-time guest on the show. Thank you for being who you are, keeping true to yourself, man. Open fire cooking. It was a pleasure to get to know you, hear your story. We can find you each and every Sunday right now on the Food Network on Barbecue Brawl. We can't tell you how it's going to turn out. I don't even know how it's going to turn out for you. But man, it's been a good time getting to know you, getting to hear your experience, and getting to know your relationship with our co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. Eddie, talk about your boy here, man. He put you on his Mount Rushmore.
That's my guy.
Yeah. I need a bobblehead of Eddie.
Got my first bobblehead. Yeah, that was cool.
And he's your barbecue homie. And none other. He just said, no, I don't have another one.
Nah, man. Art, he's inspired me a lot too, man. He's fucking showed me a lot. And outside of the competition barbecue and the open fire cooking, man, it's awesome. I love it. It's not my thing, you know. I'm not gonna call myself an open fire cook, but Art knows, man. I get down.
That's right.
Whatever, you know what I mean? So
hell yeah.
But that's his thing, man. And fuck yeah, when we come together, it's fucking.
We make magic. We make magic.
All right, anybody we failed to, you want to give a shout out to anybody else before we get you out of here?
No, absolutely. It's been an honor. Thank you so much for having me. What a great time.
Well, not the last time, bro. We've been doing this show going on 8 years, so we'll get you back on here again. And maybe at the end of this the Food Network show, we'll see where we line up, bro. But thanks for coming on the show, man. You've been a great guest. You've a lot of insight, a lot of
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate
Absolutely, bro. And best of luck to you, man. And we'll catch up. And I'd love to meet you in person, bro.
Absolutely, 100%, man. God bless you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Eddie maybe will drag me out next time.
You got to come out, buddy. Come out.
Man, we were hanging out this past Sunday. Fucking, they were drinking a couple beers. I wasn't drinking. Drink me some rainwaters, you know. But we had a fucking good time at the bar.
Absolutely.
Cool.
There it was. All right. Well, thank you, Art. We'll get you out of here. Don't leave yet. We're gonna hang out just for a minute right after this, but I'm gonna wrap up this show and we'll be done here. Eddie, anybody? Thanks for what you do, man, and congratulations on your trip out to California. Hopefully we'll see you in there it is right there. There it is right there. First place pork 180 for those that don't know this man.
I'm just kidding.
Don't call out Brandon, bro. He's
and I love Brandon, bro. Whenever I stop, that's when I don't like him anymore. So
hey, a lot of people are saying great show. Appreciate you, ZZ Top fan, Bobby Stewart in the house. G Walt Surge is in the house still watching here. But Eddie, thank you very much. Next week, we're going to have Grant Pinkerton. He is with Pinkerton's Barbecue. I might be actually live with him. Eddie, you can still do what you do from where you're at, but we may be in person with Grant at one of his new Houston locations. So that's going to be happening next week. But Eddie, thank you very much. We'll be back next week. Eddie will be along with us, along with producer Ty. Get in here, Ty.
Hey,
what'd you think of Art, man?
I love it. Like he said, he knows what the camera shots are looking at for the food. I mean, he's talking about the personalities. Like the same thing he's talking about with Open Fire is the same thing I'm talking about with you guys. Like there's so many personalities that can be exploited for you guys to be able to push your brands, market yourselves, get on TV, you know, just to bring more and more culture into the barbecue world, man. Love it.
Well, like you said, be yourself. Social media is the time we live in right now. That's what we do right here. But yeah, that's it. Next weekend, join me and Eddie and Ty. We'll be here next week at 8:00 Central. If you're new here, I appreciate you, man. We watch this. We do this show each and every Wednesday at 8:00 Central. And so we'll be back next weekend with another great guest and every weekend after that. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to producer Ty. And thank you to our co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. Thank you to our guests, our great guest, Mr. Art Ramon. And we'll be back next week. That's going to wrap it up. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.